Just as well we're hungry.
I know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special guest. Those of you who don't know, my dad was a TV presenter for many years. I know all my Kiwi subscribers know. He is very confused at the concept of what a mukbang is.
What are you calling it?
A mukbang. If you didn't know, it's a Korean word, but basically it's just an eating show and you just eat heaps of food on camera. You want to tell them where this food is from?
Well, this food comes from our cafe. We've got 2 or 3 cafes. One of them is an aviation cafe called Espresso. It's an airport cafe. And we've got an executive chef and some very clever, creative people. Shall I delineate what each of these are or not?
Yes. Go right ahead before we tuck in.
Okay, well over here in this little corner, this is a potato bake, thinly sliced potato base, and a croissant, just a good old standard garden croissant, which are all baked and made here. If you don't come from New Zealand, you've probably never heard of a cheese roll, but these are really quite an iconic food item, particularly in the South Island, which we call the mainland, because it's bigger than the North, and they're very, very popular, particularly with the pilots. A raw chocolate and raspberry slice. It's vegan and gluten-free. This is the ubiquitous carrot cake, which is very, very popular. Mini carrot cakes.
I got the carrot cake. I'm so excited.
Yeah. A zucchini and feta tart. Again, very popular. And over here, finally, rounding up the selection, is a chicken, cheese, and brie slice with pesto.
I have only tried the green one. I don't know. Have you tried them all?
That's my favourite there. That's got the beetroot, the carrot, and ginger in it.
And orange, you can't really go wrong, but we're going to try these as well for you guys. Cool, so we're just going to start eating. I also asked you guys some questions on Instagram that we will answer. Cheers.
Cheers. Can I eat now?
Yeah. I know, I'm so excited to eat. I just purposely didn't eat this morning.
I'm eating. My father is a big tough farmer and he used to say to me, don't talk to me when I'm eating, boy.
Jojo Lee wants to know, for you, Dad, did you ever get hate for getting the weather wrong?
Well, hate's probably a bit too strong, but...
It's Met Service's fault, not his.
I was accused of ruining a couple of weddings. The odd hay crop, the rain came a bit earlier or later than what it was supposed to, but it was never really hateful stuff. It was just oh, come on, Jimmy, you ruined my wedding. In fact, one of the married couples for a couple of years afterwards used to send me a Christmas card.
Really?
Saying we're still a special, I think I might have mentioned them actually the night before, hoping that the rain was going to go through and they got wet.
We used to get so many random Christmas cards. Like, do you remember there was that cute old man who'd always send you a Christmas card? This croissant is so nice, by the way.
I'm a happy camper. Cheese roll time now.
Oh, I've got a comment, 2 New Zealand legends. Oh, love that. What a Kiwi icon, love good old Jim. So excited for this video. This person, Olivia, said, would you both ever sing a duet song on stage at Christmas in the park? I mean, Dad probably could.
Well, I did once.
Did you? When?
Way back, sang at Christmas in the park.
Was I alive?
Well, music, I got into television through music, you know that.
I know that, but I never knew you sang at Christmas at the park. That is...
There was about 50,000 people there, just a little bit nervous.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, that's weird too, because my panel at Max Institute, I was so nervous seeing the huge crowd. And then I thought to myself, this is less people than watch my videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dead right.
Yeah.
What is it? When snow bells ring, are you listening? In the snow, bells are glistening. We're happy tonight, da-da-da-da, singing in a winter wonderland.
I think there was a loose adaptation of the lyrics.
Yeah, a bit loose with the words.
Dad released a Christmas song once. I still blast that. So that's a hard no from me, but a potential yes from Dad. Ruth just has a comment, your dad is amazing. The one thing I loved watching in the news is Mr. Jim Hickey's weather forecast. Otherwise, I was crying to watch The Simpsons on the other channel. Lol. Such a great man, and that's coming from my dad, top fella, he says.
Oh, thank you.
How did your parents feel about you starting YouTube?
Funny one, wasn't it? Because you were studying to the degree.
Dad was like, don't do that. Nonsense. Concentrate.
She was doing a communications degree, which obviously has morphed into this, and her viewership was growing. It was quite embryonic, the business in those days, and I used to say to her, because I was still working at television myself, and I'd had lunch with her every week, concentrate on your studies, get that, don't worry about all this YouTube rubbish. By the time she'd finished or completed her degree and graduated, a whole lot more viewers, and she started to earn a bit of money. So I said, right, now forget about the degree, get stuck into the YouTube stuff.
I know, I still kind of wish I left earlier. Like, I am glad though that I have my degree. But like the peak time for YouTube was whilst I was studying.
You gotta. The biggest regrets in life are the risks you never took.
I've like stolen this off you.
You can have it.
This is so good.
Cheese roll. They are yum.
I thought it would just be cheese and bread, but it tastes so
legendary.
Good. Someone wants to know your prediction for New Zealand's Christmas Day weather. It is way too far out for him to be able to tell.
Oh yeah, I haven't got access to the data I used to have, but I'll tell you what, if it's lousy, it'll come right.
Oh.
Yeah. quote unquote.
Emma Power NZ wants to know which one of you gets recognised more in public, you or your dad?
Well, I've got the crossover now.
I feel like whenever I hang out with you though, we would never run into someone that watches me because we hang out around like older, you know, like at cafes. I still get asked about you a lot. Like when I went out on the weekend, someone told me that, oh, like my parents, your dad used to buy dog food off my dad, and then some other girl came up and she's like, your dad used to babysit me or something.
I finished in 2014, so that was 4 years ago. A lot of kids, I find a lot of people say, I grew up watching you, because kids used to watch the weather, and we always used to try and put some pictures in, pictures that were sent in by viewers. But now I'm just fading out.
No, you're
fading
not.
out, and then Sally's
being modest.
Sally's coming up, all good.
He went to a car festival thing in town and he got like mobbed.
Oh.
All the car nuts were like, it's Jim Hickey. He's on the back of his ute with his little deck chair, like.
Show them my truck soon.
Yeah. Well, Dad wants to do a like MTV Cribs shot of all his like boy
Toy.
toys.
Well, this is the toy shop in here.
Yeah.
That's my truck. That's my Chevy Camaro. That's my baby tractor.
By the way, we're in my parents' house right now. This is downstairs. I should have said at the start, but they have a hangout underneath their house for all of Dad's like gadgets.
I want this one here, now.
Beetroot.
Yeah,
And then
beetroot.
we have to try the orange at the end. Shelley wants to know how you're keeping busy these days, and do you see yourself going back to have a show on telly?
First part, busy. Well, you know, we're kind of busy with things. We help out with a couple of church groups, you know, sending some people overseas into the Solomon Islands and to Nepal, where they build houses. We support them. So, and I'm busy helping our manager over here in New Plymouth, because we live with Sally at the airport, it's only 100 metres away, running stock, driving around my truck, picking up stuff for them. Yeah, there have been a couple of requests for some television work. Occasionally I'll do some work for Country Calendar. We got a phone call just the other day from someone who wanted to know.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I haven't got a plane now. I had a plane, but I used to fly around everywhere. But I use this one friend's plane. Can they see that? Can they see it in the background?
Yeah.
It's just a little Cessna, but I had a yak, which is a military trainer.
Sorry if you could hear that noise, Dad's just shutting the door. The zucchini thing is so good. If you guys go to Espresso, this is what I always get. Megan wants to know what my favourite childhood memory is. Our Saturday morning ritual, because Dad used to work quite a bit, obviously. Like when you're a little kid, you go to bed super early, so by the time he was finished on the news, I'd be asleep. So weekends was like our time to hang out, and I had a little pink plastic table. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And he would like sit on it like this with me, and he'd make me spaghetti and sausages on toast, which sounds like a terrible meal,
Complicated,
but
eh?
it's good. Yeah, like the Waddy's cans on toast.
And I'd
it
sit
was
on one of those
so
little
fun.
plastic chairs I could barely sit on.
I think when you're a kid, you love routine, so like that was very much something I would look forward to.
Driving in the truck, you like that?
Like vehicle-based
Down
memories.
at the cafe, colouring things.
I used to love meeting up with you for coffee at uni. That's not really childhood though, but that like got me through uni.
Beach, go to the beach in the summertime, that was always
Yes,
pretty good.
that was always a big good memory too, getting chopped dipped ice creams. I always like revolve my memories around food. I'm very much a foodie. We'd always go for swims at Okura Beach, and Dad taught me how to swim really well. I remember I got completely dunked one time and I almost choked on water, and he was like, you'll be right, it's okay. You made me swim again the next day, and you're like, go get back out there.
That was my old surf club in front of that.
Yeah, Dad used to be a surf lifesaver, so he's a good swimmer, so he made sure I knew how to swim. What about you?
Me? Childhood memories?
No.
Oh, of you?
Yeah.
Sally was always, I think I've used this term before, trouble-free motoring.
Someone else asked that, what was I like as a
She
teenager?
was really, really good. 4 children and the family, and Sally's, I'm not going to say she's any better than anybody else, obviously, but she was just never any trouble. I had some really good friends, just a cruise machine.
I've always just been so content. My mum's so lovely, so she would just like hang out with me all the time. We'd do like crafts.
Pretty boring stuff, really.
It is. Dad would be like, why don't you let her go outside and play with the balls?
Yeah,
And
get
Mum would
dirty.
be like, no, she'll get hurt, it's dangerous. Lucy McIntyre wants to know what similarities do you two have?
I don't know,
I feel like
we both work in media. Well, I think we're both reasonably good communicators. We both write well. We both like a good laugh at sort of crazy stuff. Maybe a lot of other people would laugh at. You know, if I find something funny and I start laughing, and the person next to me doesn't laugh, I laugh all the more because it's almost an embarrassment.
Dad's terrible. Tell them about that time you went to Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. I went to the movies. I loved Forrest Gump. I saw it about 3 times. Jumped off the boat. Remember when he swam to the wharf?
Yeah.
Went up again. He said, Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Dan. Suddenly, crunch in the background. His boat crunched into the wharf. And he just turned around and said, that's my boat. Never mind the boat. The boat was munted, this big, expensive boat. But I couldn't stop laughing. So the theatre had gone all quiet, gone on to the next scene, and then people started looking around like this at me, and that just made it worse. I just lost it. I laughed for 5 minutes. I was almost removed physically from the theatre.
He's such a loud laugher as well. No, once Dad starts, his brother Chris is the same, my Uncle Chris. They'll just laugh and laugh and laugh together and just get the giggles.
Yeah.
Weren't you the first person to do a broadcast from Milford Sound?
We would have to double check. There certainly wouldn't have been any more than 1 or 2 before me, but I think I was the first one.
I
certainly
saw
the first one to do
post about it saying like Jim Hickey marks the first.
Yeah, it was the first the first weathercast out of Milford Road when this road was closed with snow. And I stood at the entrance to the tunnel, and the snow was that deep, it was right up to the top.
You had a big puffer jacket on, you're like, hello
everyone.
everyone.
It was pretty cool. Thank you for reminding me, that was a great experience.
This is a person that's an avid pilot in training. They said, what's your dad's favourite plane to fly? What's the best piece of advice he has for someone learning to fly?
Check the aircraft, all the systems, and when you start the engine up, do all the engine checks, do your line-up checks, do your post-takeoff checks, check.
What have
Well,
you
my favourite plane's a Spitfire because my father's flown them. But, I can't say what it's like to fly. Even though I've been in the back of a P-51 Mustang, I owned a Yak-52, a Russian military aerobatic aeroplane, which was great. So that would have to be my favourite still, because you can tip them upside down.
I get so scared for you when you fly.
Well, 4Gs, most of the G forces would be 4Gs. That's 4 times the force of gravity. That's 4 times your body weight. So if you go into a loop and you pull the aeroplane back as you go, well, your eyes sink, and you get a few more wrinkles. I've got plenty now, but you lose a few and you gain a few.
Someone actually did ask your age, speaking of wrinkles, but you would not guess his age. He looks a lot younger than he is.
My hair is thinning a bit.
Oh, Your Highness, I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
He's 69, almost 70.
It's pretty scary.
You wouldn't think it. It is scary. I don't like to think about it because you're still so young at heart. Do you miss reading the weather?
Yes and no. I'm retired. I had over 20 years of doing it, 23 years or something. There were some good friends I made in television. The parts I really enjoyed was the interface with the public. People used to send their weather pictures, and you may remember beautiful cloud formations. So that was great. I just enjoyed, connecting
just the
with people.
connecting. It's the same with me and YouTube. I just enjoy the connecting aspect of it, and the communication's so instant. Even now, though, I can barely go out with him. Someone always stops us and has a chat. And I'm like, do you know that person, Dad? He's like, no. I met a few girls recently, and I just can't place them, but they talk to me as though they know me. And then it takes me a while to piece together, like I think they're just a viewer.
I get that. I still get that.
It's
People say, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages.
Yes.
I say, I'm good, thanks. How are you getting on? They go, and you see this, all of a sudden they start to think, do I really know this person?
Yeah.
Or some go,
so bad.
I remember you. Where was that? And I say, I don't really recall.
Dad's so bad. He used to lie to people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but he'd be like, no, they'd be like, are you Jim? And if he was in a hurry, he'd be like, no, that's my twin brother.
Are you Jim Hickey? And I'd go, no. I said, but I'm his brother. But Jim's actually younger and better looking than I am. Like, oh, you look so much, they even sound like him.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, it runs in the family.
Oh my god. In this day and age, you couldn't do that because people would be like, I could have got a selfie with him. Like, you're really angry. Do people get selfies with you ever?
Oh, yeah, very regularly at the cafe.
Oh, really? Cool. I didn't know that. When you just
I had a
start
selfie with John Key when he was the Prime Minister. He came in here.
I know, I remember that. And he's got a photo with
He didn't
Peter
ask
Jackson.
for it, by the way, to be fair. He didn't ask for it. Someone just sent in the picture.
Making him out to be like a mega fan.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Peter
he was,
Jackson. Peter Jackson, good photo.
Yeah.
TB wants to know, what are your hobbies now, Jim, since you're not on TV?
Mountain biking, bit of swimming.
He's got a quad bike as well now.
Quad bike, just annoy people. Drink a lot of coffee.
Just annoy people.
Drink a lot of this.
Yeah,
I call it quality control. When you go out a few cafes, you've got to drink the coffee, you've got to
I
eat
swear
drink
that's
the
the
juice.
only reason that
got to have the chocolate
you
stuff.
start at cafes. He's a serial coffee drinker. He has like 4 cups a day. Strong flat whites.
Keeps you pumped, keeps you amped.
Well, a lot of girls my age drink black coffee because it keeps you skinny. I'm like, maybe I should just start drinking coffee. Lisa said that she cried on your last night on TV.
Oh, that's nice, Lisa. It was actually quite emotional because the send-off was totally unexpected. I just wanted to go quietly, and they said, "Oh, you want a cake and a bit of a?" I said, "No, just go quietly." Well, they're all out in the corridors and everywhere, and they put the flowers in.
Mama Bear wants to know who is/was your favourite news anchor. Remember, Renee will be watching.
Yeah, she's not a news anchor.
No,
right?
true. Hi,
Anyways.
Renee, by the way. We saw your...
Who asked the question? What's her name?
Oh, her username's Mama Bear.
Mama Bear. She sounds very cuddly.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, you know something? If you ask me the question, I think, Wendy Petrie, because she's a friend. Peter Williams, I think Peter Williams is a very, very good news anchor. The late Greg Boyd, very, very sad story with Greg. Knew him really well. I thought he was exemplary. Mike McRoberts, even though Mike was TV3. I think.
Dad's spilling the tea over here. Okay.
Well, I couldn't lie to Mama Bear.
I know.
I get smacked
She'll
around.
know, yeah. She'll give you a smack on the hand. Talia said, what's one piece of advice your dad has when it comes to having a successful career?
There's a couple of words come to mind. One is passion. You know, if you're really passionate about something and you've got a calling, get that drive going. And connected closely with passion is vision. Be able to see something that doesn't really exist, and I can see myself in that position. Start formulating plans, a plan of attack, how you're going to get there. Now, if someone said to me when I was a school teacher, you're going to be known all over New Zealand one day, you'll be on television. Oh, I thought, don't be so ridiculous. So you never know what's around the corner. Never stop lowering the bar. Just say, that's what I'm going to be.
Okay, last one is from Arissa, and she just wants to know our favourite NZ lollies.
Jet planes.
Of course they would be.
We sell them in the cafe. We don't sell minties anymore, do they? I love
They
minties. Do they?
Yeah, I can bring
What's
you
the
some.
one we lost? We lost Snickers.
No, snifters.
Snifters, rather.
And tangy fruits they got rid of.
There was another major one we lost. Jaffas.
We've still got those.
Have you still got Jaffas? Hey, this
So
is a
many
good day.
options. Yeah. Woo!
Hi, Renee.
Who else can we say hi to? Chloe. Hi, Chloe.
Chloe, how's married life? If he gives you any trouble, come and have a word with me. I'll sort him out for you.
No, Seba's pretty good.
Okay.
I approve of Seba.
I like his new hairstyle. Get it all cut off,
Did I
didn't
show
he?
you that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh. Wow.
Looks pretty cool.
He's invested. We're well and truly full, but don't worry, we're not going to waste this food. Definitely going to go home to my flatmate, and I'm probably going to eat the rest of that carrot cake. Thank you, Dad, for being on my channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let us know, and I'll try to rope him into another one with me, because this was so fun and just chill and easy to film. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye!